Hello everyone, welcome back to Trading Recap, day 21. Today we finally bounced back, took a win, about 500, 550. So what we had from London session was, the only manipulation we had was of this hourly low right here. So our bias was longs. Market opens and we take out these 15-minute lows here. And then after that happens, we break structure to the upside above these highs right here. And then there is let's get rid of that. I'll go over that later. Equilibrium retracement right, actually not there. Equilibrium retracement right here from this low to this high. And then on the 1 minute, we get the break of structure above that right about here. And the reason I didn't take that was because if you look at it, if you want to have stops down here, which it does end up playing out, the only issue is the risk is just way too low to even like consider taking this. So you wouldn't have taken that trade. Also, there was Trump speaks news, so you wouldn't really have taken that anyways. And then after that, what you end up getting is a second equilibrium entry. This is like kind of crappy. Like I don't really like this entry, but I really after that happened, like two things were either gonna happen. Either after the break of structure was gonna hit with a bad risk to reward, and then it wouldn't trade, or it was gonna retrace, give me this equilibrium entry, and then I could take along with better risk. So then we hit the equilibrium. I only put my stops down below these lows after we break structure because if I wanted to have my stops all the way down by this low here inside the equilibrium, that would also be bad risk, but with this, there's actually a low you can place it on, so I place it on a reasonable low. And this is just like a news candle, so honestly, like, don't even mess with that. Just like imagine it's not even there, and then just put your stops like down here. So first thing was about 1.2. This we made about 500 off of, and I left 2 units in. And then I closed 1 unit here, and then if price went up to this point, I would have full closed all my units. The second take profit, we hit about, it was about 50 we got off this, and up here would have been 70, which would have brought us to close to, would have like basically just put us over 600. I would have just said it was like 600. But we don't hit that, we get stopped at a break even, and then because break even is all the way up here, we don't lose anything. So then on the day, we end up making $550 and we are off the markets by like 1040. So that's epic. And then we kind of hit our like stop losses here, then price hits highs here. I really like for this week, I'm expecting us to have like one of those like common just like take out all-time highs and just big rips down. Like we get those like a lot. Like Thursday we had that, I'm pretty sure. What Friday there? Thursday was all the way like a while ago, in the 1 minute. Thursday was right here. We take out like very high points and then we rip lower. This was the same thing as not last week's Tuesday, but the week before that, where I didn't trade because I could not find a good risk to reward. And then I almost took that trade. Good thing I didn't. But yeah, dump everything into XRP. Dump everything into XRP. Just look. Daily, not daily. I don't think. Oh yeah, daily. Look. So same thing, same way we freaking trade on the Nasdaq. Look at this. Pushing higher, fair value gap. Honestly, this entry is pretty valid, but like we're entering off of just purely the fair value gap as a retracement zone. So weekly. So basically, like just to trade on crypto, it's like super simple. This is just like the way I do it, anyways. The monthly you can use as your 4 hour. The weekly you use as your 1 hour. The daily is like your 5 minute, and the 4 hour you just use as your 1 minute. So basically, if just imagine the fair value gap is a draw on liquidity, right? So we break structure. I don't know what this line is for. Oh, that's the order block. Oh yeah, I want price to push down to this level until I want to go higher. Okay, don't buy it. Don't buy it. I sorry, I didn't mean to actually say that. So basically, break of structure out of this draw, retracement into order block here. Well, we hit equilibrium in the fair value gap, and we're looking like we're about to retrace in the order block. And then off of that, you want what? Your 1 minute break of structure above the highs right here. And then once we get that, above these highs here, we put our stops down at the low, and then we target previous areas of liquidity, which would be all the way, honestly, I might close some, if I could, I would. No, you can't, okay. Daily's there, and yeah, honestly, full close at this high right here. Yeah, to be honest, if you are gonna enter with this, take everything out. Just like one close. Take everything out up there. This is like almost what we're looking at. Like 2.5 maybe. Bitcoin's kind of selling right now because I was really looking to enter here, but we don't get a retracement into like anything. There was equilibrium right here. We don't get that. Right now, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Nah, bro, but like this is a weekly draw on liquidity that price just hit. But I mean, I was right, bro. Like look at this chart work. Look, this like before we even push down here, this is what I had. It was off of like this candle right here. I've been over this again. We make a little move up, move down. This is our move down. Take out the draw on liquidity. We make a move higher, and now I want a retracement. Which honestly, we're almost getting it right now. Like this is equilibrium right here off these candles. The only issue is we would need a break of structure all the way up here, and that creates a really bad target. But honestly, there's no rule that you can't trade after a draw's gotten hit, at least in my eyes. I haven't lost to that yet, so it's free reign here. If we break structure on the 4 hour, I'm down to put stuff into Bitcoin. But look at this chart work. It's beautiful. I've just left this here forever. Hold on, let's just do some chart work on XRP. It's literally, we can go on the 4 hour for this. I'm thinking we push a little lower. Maybe do a little bit of this, push up higher. Take out these highs, maybe push lower, and then push up. Yeah, so let's just, entries here. I'll just like mark it out. So like, we'll say like right here we break structure. Or maybe right there. Yeah, we'll say like right here. So we'll say, like just arrow there. And then we'll add like, I don't know, just random little inbounds. So why not? Alright, look at that chart work. Boom. Now we leave this here for, ever until we see this eventually get stopped out. But dude, look, it's easy, bro. Like it's that is such a horrible arrow. Oh my gosh. Dude, there's no way I just went over crypto for like 5 minutes. Dude, okay, sorry about that. I gotta get back to the charts. I'm pretty sure I went over everything though. Yeah, just don't take trades if like because the issue with this is if you wanted to take like that trade there and you had like FOMO or something, you could have entered and just been like, oh, well, I don't want to have a .5 risk to reward here. And you would have just been like, okay, I'm just going to move my stops. So then they're at, like 1 risk to reward. Yeah, that's a great idea. Like, there's no way price gets all the way down here. Boop. News hits, you get stopped out. And then you wait for another retracement into this equilibrium, break of structure, stops at a reasonable point, and you make bank. Just about to you. Also, it worked like right here too. I'm not exactly sure where. I don't even need to go over that. But like basically, also there's a 1 minute entry here. That risk is just about the same as what we took today. So we're getting break of structure out of this 15-minute draw. Fair value gap right here on the 1 minute, and then break of structure out of that. Stops right down here. And then target previous areas of liquidity, 1.2, and then off of that you would get 1.6. Honestly, kind of worse, but like, if you want to enter on the 1 minute, you can enter on the 1 minute. That's simple. Yeah, it's pretty clean day, honestly. Like literally, I followed my buys today. I was talking about this all last week. I kept losing because I kept trading against my buys and I kept trading on high impact news. Stay away from high impact news. Don't take a trade unless it's at least 1 risk to reward. and trade with your bias and don't take trades against your bias. Clear bias, easy setup, easy long trade. That'll do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want more recaps. Leave a comment on the video if you need help with anything trading related, and I will see you guys tomorrow for a trading recap, day 22.